Well, hello and welcome. It's Thursday night, and we are back for Season 31, NAGP GT League, and we're going to start tonight in France at Le Mans. And I'm here tonight with John Wathen.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Nice to be back, Jake.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Jack Ivey is gone MIA this evening, so we'll have John here with us, and we've got some updates. Some things have changed, some things are the same. A whole new set of drama around the balanced performance. We'll see how that plays out, and a whole new broadcast app. So now we have the tire type and the ballast at the bottom of the screen there, which is fantastic. That's great little addition there. So so we just started our qualifying session, 45 minutes, and a couple of these guys are on their first time lap. I'm on board with Matt Taylor right now.
Yeah, Taylor, always fast, cruising around in the Nissan. Sorry I don't have too many details. I was just hanging out at the bar. I was over in La France, visiting some of my buddies, kind of cheering them on, and Al said, how would you like to do another broadcast? So I was like, heck yeah. So sounds like Jack got detained at the border. I was trying to import some moose fur or something.
I think that's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So, not too long of a day today. We've got a 45-minute open qualifying, and then we've got the 6th lap qualifying race. This qualifying race determines the starting order for next week's race, which is 2 hours long, and will start at 9 p.m. As usual. So, tune in next week for the crescendo of all this. But today, we are going to see how fast these guys can get around Le Mans, all on their own, with clear air, and 45 minutes. So that's a lot of time, even though you've got, 8 minutes, I guess, with your outlap to get a timed lap in. So we'll see how these guys do.
Yeah, it's always fun at this track.
4 minutes.
To manage your outlap.
4 minutes on an outlap, though. That's a pretty quick outlap from Matt Taylor. I think the qualifying time we're expecting to see is 3:56. We'll see if anybody. There would be a couple people slotting in under that, but we'll see how far under that they can get. But 3:56 was the number I heard thrown around. So
that's blazing.
That's pretty
4 minutes
quick,
is going to put him. I bet that's going to put him in the top 10. This is out. Saw some of these guys. I saw 56 earlier, and I don't know if that was a practice qualifying lap or what, but some of these guys are amazing, so you never know what we're going to see here.
So we can watch Matt Taylor finish his lap here, going through the Porsche curves. But then we'll talk about what car everybody's driving and go kind of through the list who started their outlap, or who've finished their outlap and are doing their timed lap.
Such a great track. I know I've raced here a ton in the Saturday where we used to do the ALMS mod.
And there's that 356, 0.6, so you bet Matt's going out there again.
Oh, and Adams just clipped him with a 56.5.
Yep.
Kirkbride really close with a 56.6.
That's Kirkbride and Adamson in the Mercedes this year. So that'll be exciting.
That's incredible. Those three separated by about a tenth on almost a 4-minute lap. That's
Hefner
cool.
and another Nissan just slotted up to the front with 56.0.
Oh, wow. That Nissan's got a lot of grunt.
Yeah.
Not sure about the Bentleys at this track. I would expect those to be pretty darn quick, too.
Because Nissan, Mercedes. Behind them, Salem Montgomery Jr., who's been quick in practice, is driving the Ford. He did a couple races last season where he tried to get used to this car. I'm a big fan of the Ford. I think it looks fantastic. That's why I was pleased to see it on track. So he has pretty high expectations here. We'll see what he can deliver for us. JT
Yeah,
Laro,
I love the Ford.
JT Laro's the fastest guy in a Bentley so far. Chris Moses are teammates this season, I think again. Yeah, they were teammates last season. So see how the Bentley does. Peter Szabo in the Gulf Oil Porsche. And there's Chris Moses in another Bentley.
Yeah, I got to see those Porsches run at the Rolex this year. They were impressive to watch.
Yeah. And I guess this is the...
They don't sound very good, but they're fun to watch, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Peter had given me a different sound file. I think David Maros is going to make some videos this season, so we're hoping the stream could match up with their videos. But I mean, it sounded fantastic, but unfortunately it was like twice as loud as all the other cars, so we couldn't do that.
Oh, well, I mean, hopefully his sound files were like a V8, because the V6 or the 6, whatever they have in them in real life, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's not very fun to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some that sound great, but Szabo Corsa definitely not a star in the sound department. Oh, Al's in a Viper this year. I don't think I actually knew that. I wasn't paying attention, maybe. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Al in a Viper, and I've been here forever. So
I wasn't expecting that. I think it was a bit of a handful last season, so we'll see how that goes for him. Jesse Olsen, another
I believe
Nissan.
his teammate is Aaron, so
yep.
Aaron will definitely figure that car out. So we got about 5 guys on a good lap. Better than pole time in the first.
I'm gonna hop on board with Adamson.
The first sector.
See where he ends up after this sector.
Adamson and Szabo
He's fucking moving.
Kicking some butt in the second sector.
Wow. So, but not gonna clear that. Oh, well, yeah, he could clear 56 here. Oh, manages to come through sector 3. Oh no. Oh, right, yeah, he's 2 up on Hefner, so that's below 50. So let's see.
You have to talk in the paddock. In the winter's been these Mercedes going to be pretty quick.
Yeah, I didn't know if that. I didn't know what to make of that. Andrew Adamson and Kirkbride definitely put in a lot of time and get pretty quick, but there were some disgruntled murmurings. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep, Szabo puts it on temporary.
There we go.
Pole
First
there
one under
55.9.
the 56 number. So, wow.
Isn't that beautiful Gulf-style Porsche?
Yeah, I love that paint job. It's great.
Yeah, I do too.
Here's the first one.
I wonder if we're going to see any teammates hooking up.
Yeah, we got.
I wonder if we're going to see any teammates hooking up for some drafting. Ian's always a teammate of his for years. He's always trying to draft.
Yeah.
Even on the smallest circuits. So this one, I mean, he'd be especially wanting to draft. And he's teamed up with Werner again. Werner and Poole. He's subbing for Poole tonight.
I am watching Ian right now, and I'll be right back.
Now, I talked to Ian earlier. He and Werner both, and they're still trying to come to grips with that car, the Aston, which I've never seen either one of them drive in the Szabo Corsa. Ian and I drove the Aston a couple of times in the Thursday Night League many years ago. I loved it, but of course, different game, different ball game. Absolutely beautiful car. I guess that car is going to be a pretty good all-around car. You know, may not be the fastest in a straight line, but I think the handling's going to make up for it.
Moses is up. Is matching Szabo in sector 1. Hopping on board with him on the wrong side of the car here. The Bentley, I've heard some people who don't think they'd be a fan of the right side driving position, but then others who tried it say after a couple laps you just get used to it.
Yeah, years ago I actually avoided the right side cars.
Yeah.
You know, for several seasons, and I ended up driving. I forced myself to drive the Morgan one year. Me and my teammate drove the Morgan just to basically become an all-around driver. And honestly, it took a race or two, and then it becomes natural.
I am in chat, so if you have joined us and there is a stream problem, please let me know. I am watching the chat. Moses still just about even, just a little bit behind Szabo, so contesting the first or second or third place here.
Looks like Moses is still could be on pace.
He's certainly going to improve his time. Up to
slots in the
fifth, so he
fifth.
lost some time in the third sector.
Wow, it's still close.
Yeah, it's
only
very
4
close.
tenths separates the top 5. And
I
this is a
suspect
huge circuit.
we're about 1/3 of the way done here. I suspect by the end of it we may have like 10 people in a second. We'll see. If there were certainly a lot of guys that practiced enough to be up there. So Szabo still with the fastest time, just under that 3:56 we talked about earlier. So I guess the rumors were on the mark there. But right behind him is Zach Hefner, who naturally is on another outlap, or is just finishing another outlap because he is going to try that time.
So, Jake, have you taken any laps in the GT cars on this circuit?
I did. I did a couple of recon laps. I was not very fast, but that's not unusual. But it's it's Le Mans. I've driven it before. It's very, very high speed, and you definitely got to be careful in your braking zones if you're coming up beside somebody, because it's going from that fast to that slow for those chicanes, I guess they are, is quite an adventure. And these GT cars, got a lot more weight than the Monday League cars I'm used to, so a lot more locking up and a lot more moving around with the inertia of the car, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't driven this circuit in a set of courses, so I can't really compare to the old days in GTR2, but I know it was a very low downforce circuit. You pretty much go as low as you can.
Yep.
Especially in the front. I think I'd probably be running a one splitter, or actually I think it goes 0 now. Be running a 0 splitter and 1 or 2 on the back.
Dale Montgomery Jr. is on time in the first sector.
Yeah, Salem raced that car a couple times last season and did pretty well in it.
Yeah, he seemed to really like it. And Sergio thought he wasn't going to be here, but we're glad he's here. I just saw him put in a lap.
Yeah, I actually thought about racing this car for him. The Corvette, Corvette and Le Mans just equals absolute fun. It's got to be fun.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have time to race tonight or next week. So. But I'm not sure who his teammate is. And maybe he was calling for a sub for his teammate.
Could be, yeah.
Shout out to Sergio. Heck of a nice guy. He's been around for a long time, too. Always fun to race with.
Salem is still up in Sector 2, so if he can pull off a clean Sector 3 here, and maybe in good shape, but there's somebody in front of him. And if that person is not on the hot lap, hopefully they get out of the way. He's going to want to be under that 356 number, because that's what he was getting in practice, I think. So.
It's Iggy in front of him.
He's moving pretty quickly, so maybe he's not on the flyer, but
well,
you don't want somebody in front of you going slow in Porsche curves, that's for sure.
You can see the flashing headlights here. Let's him go. Good job, Iggy.
Whoa!
Oh, and he got it all wrong.
A little bit of broadcaster's curse there. I'll tell you what, though, JT Laro has just gotten very fast in Sector 2. Wow.
Yeah, doing 3/10.
Yeah. That's the quickest Sector 2 time we've seen by a long shot.
Well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, the Bentley's definitely a top-end type car.
Okay.
And I believe Sector 2 is mostly the
long straights.
Mulsanne straight.
Yep. But of course, this third sector is where we saw Chris Moses lose 3/10, which kind of
yep.
has some credibility to your point there too. Because yeah, that would make sense. What he's got, definitely got to move up. Only up to 8th, so wow. Pretty significant loss of time there in sector 3. Yeah, I might have missed the
caught
bobble.
on to him.
Adamson. On with him, he's in the Mercedes. Where are the Corvettes? I think I just heard one go by.
I tell you, when we were at the, we went to the Rolex this year. The prototypes would go by, and then a Corvette would go by, and the Corvettes just, oh man, what a sound.
Yeah.
They sounded so awesome. Szabo is up a little bit on his pole time, first sector. You see Cuppet put in a sub 4-second lap.
Yep.
hard to believe these guys used to run the Mulsanne Straight without any chicanes. It's something like 3 miles long.
Yeah, I've driven that version.
Or 2 miles long.
It is interesting.
Yeah, driven it a lot. There's an awesome version in GTR 2.
Lots of draft battles in that case.
Depending on the car, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you get to top speed, so at that point you're just looking for some air to punch through. Yeah. Nope, Szabo's down in the second sector, so. Oh, and then he goes off.
Yep, got that one wide.
He's on softs now. That's an interesting choice. I wonder if his fast lap was on softs.
Well, I would guess his pole lap.
Yeah, you gotta assume he was on super softs.
On softs? Or super softs, maybe? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe he was overheating at the end of it.
Kevin Kirkbride's on softs too. Chris Moses is still on super softs.
Szabo starting another lap.
Yeah, I guess he can on those soft tires.
Yeah, who's his teammate this season?
Szabo and David Maros.
Maros, okay.
Yep. He's also turning a lap a little quicker than what he's had, I think, although he's only done sector 1.
Yep. Looks like he just left the Mulsanne Straight. Yeah, he's got a pretty good lap going.
Yep.
Currently in 11th. Getting ready to head through Indianapolis. Heading up to the Porsche curves now.
Yep. I see Szabo's fast and Salem Montgomery Jr. Of course, Szabo was already fast in Sector 1, slowed down in Sector 2, so we'll see if the softs are really that quick for him. I suspect he was on super softs earlier, but we'll see. Of course, I always forget the GT tires are quite different than the other ones because once they get hot, they really don't do anything for you. So maybe the softs are too soft, like you're saying. Sam Montgomery Jr. is still a little quick in Sector 2, so we'll see how he comes out. Meanwhile, David's
see how Maros can
navigating the last
and handle the last 2 chicanes. Yep, hops up a couple.
We will hop on with Salem here. Okay, he's got a couple cars in front of him, including one of them is a Corvette. Maybe that's Sergio. Not a great time to have cars in front. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe some of these guys are starting to draft for a faster lap time.
Yeah, I would think so. And that is Sergio just ahead. but
goodness.
Sergio's. Oh, it's on the time lap. Oh, big cut. I'm saying.
Wow. So yeah, lost some time there in sector 3. Not happy about that, I'm sure.
Szabo's
Yep.
about even.
Picking him out in
And we're
Porsche curves.
watching him now. I mean, I don't think, I looked at the rules. I don't think anywhere is going to be penalized for running wide on this track.
Right.
Yeah. So if you happen to actually watch these guys,
Oh yeah, they're taking.
I don't think running wide is going to be a penalty.
Wow, 3:55.7. So he gets 0.2 faster.
Oh wow! Nice.
I bet he's pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, nice to see the Porsche doing such a great time on what should be a downforce track.
Right. Or a high speed, you mean?
Or actually, the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a non-downforce track. And
Yeah.
Porsche's usually a handling car, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Way to go, people. Adamson is going green. Just a tenth down. Second sector.
Yep, we are watching him now. And Kirkbride also looking okay, although it's too early to tell because he's pretty close up there to the top, just barely over the 3:56. Look at Al and his teammate seem to be struggling a little bit with the Viper.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron, 16th position. That's not normal.
No, it's not.
He's definitely one of the aliens.
Yeah.
He's one of the top 2 or 3. Two or three.
Szabo on that fast lap, he
in
was on
AGP.
softs, wasn't he? So, I guess maybe he was having a heat problem with the super softs, unless he never used super softs.
Oh, Adamson hopped up to second.
Yeah, very nice.
The 55.7.
Think you'll go back out again for those 600s there? I'd say so.
There's 12 minutes to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice lap at Andrew.
Dunlun looks to improve.
Wow, Jesse Olsen was 2/10.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Looks like 2/10 better.
Kirkbride, 3:55.5.
Oh,
Wow. Look at Taylor. He's up 4/10 over that.
And Szabo is 6/10.
Okay,
he
so
was 6/10 better than that.
So here comes the 3:54.
So Kirkbride's lap.
Apparently.
Kirkbride's lap. His second sector was not that great, but his first and third were great. There's 6/10 difference.
Where's the speed coming from, guys? Ludden's up in Sector 2. Let's see if he's behind somebody. He is. Yep, he was drafted. Oh, and Taylor loses
Yeah, I think a
time
lot of
in
guys are
Sector
going to go
3.
up.
Doesn't improve.
Yeah, a lot of guys are going to go up in Sector 2 because the pole time now is all about 1 and 3.
Right. Right, good point. Good point. Kirkbride's back out there, says I can go faster, so we'll see. And he's on the super softs.
Pretty crazy difference between Kirkbride and Szabo. 7 tenths difference between the second and third sector.
Wow. Maybe the
That's one of the big draws to this league is it's not a spec league.
right.
And you've got several different makes and models that are balanced out, you know, not only not for every race, but for the whole season. So,
Right.
you know, well done to the admins for figuring out how to balance everything out for a whole season.
Hefner, good sector 1. Good sector 2. All right, but like you said, current Poles lap sector 2 is slow, so we should expect that. I don't know why I'm watching Kirkbride's outlap.
Up 5 tenths.
Just hopped on board with him to see how he handles the curving a bit here.
J2 Bar.
Wow. So Hefner lost the whole second in sector 3 compared to Kirkbride's time. That sector 3 must be a real scorcher.
Wow.
Because he was not, I mean, I did see a bobble. He was not screwing it up. So, wow, he must have been really moving. hop on board with Parsons here, see if he can pull that Viper up any. Drafting behind the Lamborghini right now. Wow.
Oh, no gain for Aaron.
He had to pass somebody in Sector 3, so, yeah.
Yeah,
That was great.
that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was still his fastest time, which is, yeah. Cup it moves up.
Szabo's going green, 3-2.
Yeah, Kirkbride's quick.
And Kirkbride's up 210.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna watch him. I gotta watch him in Sector 3, see how he's getting that damn fast. Okay, he's just hauling. Some of these curves, he's a gear higher. Wow. Yep. What you got, Kirkbride? Oh. Nothing, apparently. He slowed down there at the end.
No gain.
I think he knew before he went across the
Hefner.
line.
Hefner's 3/10 up.
Nice, but that's that Sector 2. Let's see.
He's driving a GTR 2, or sorry, Nissan GT.
GTR 2, eh?
R. Oh, and he gets squirrely.
Yeah, no improvement.
Oh,
So, pretty close to the limit, you'd say, for these guys. They're 155s, 156s.
yep. Merrimon, no, not Merrimon. Who's
Maros?
Maros? Was running about even through 2 sectors.
Szabo's up in Sector 1. See how Maros finishes out his lap, and then forward Szabo. He's still going well.
We still got a minute 20 left for the guys who start their last lap.
Right. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, good lap going.
He did. Yeah, I'm on board with Szabo now.
Oh.
A little bit of a lock up there.
Wow, 2/10 up in the first sector, though. Got Moses trying to draft him, too.
Wow. 2 more tenths in sector 2. Sam Montgomery Jr. up 6 tenths in sector 2. Oh, and Szabo goes off. Shouldn't have watched. Shouldn't have watched.
Yep.
All right, Salem, you're getting the curse now. See it.
Time's up, so these laps will count, but
Right.
no more.
Oh, Al Merriman moves up. So he is better, faster than Parsons so far in this car for this qualifying session at least. Wow, look at all these improved times. That's that slow second sector, like you mentioned, though. It makes it hard to read these charts.
Yeah. From Salem.
There he goes.
7?
Wow, P4.
It's a 4.
Moses up 3 tenths. Taylor up 5 tenths. Ludden up 3 tenths. About to cross the line. 1.6. Come on, Ludden. Uh-oh. He'll be back. Right, up to 5th for Taylor. So we got 8 drivers in the first second, not 10 as I expected. Of course, I didn't expect anybody to get a 55.5, so needs to go slower.
Comes
Kevin.
Adamson.
Come on. Oh,
Adamson
still
4
going.
tenths up. Might take the pole from his teammate. It does. By 3 thousandths of a second. Holy crap. Wow.
All right, so Adamson and Kirkbride 1-2. Wow.
Yeah. 3 thousandths of a second. That's
Wow.
nuts.
Well, I guess those guys are in lockstep then. They might have even had the same setup to get through those curves there at the end so quickly. I'm not sure how long those guys have been sim racing together, but you know, they came from a different league or something. So, be very interesting to see how they do with the, well, what appears to be the blessed car so far this season. Of course, that can be bad. You don't want to run away too far with it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Nope.
Parsons also moved up.
Pretty neat. Top 4 and into the 355s.
Yeah. Really impressive by those guys. Mercedes, Mercedes, Ford, Nissan, 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 Bentley, Porsche. Now Peter Szabo left, but should be back, and he was in.
Yeah, I think it was third.
He was in third. Yeah. Hopefully he comes
In the
back.
Porsche.
Yeah, he was in the Porsche. So we got a good mix here at the front. The Mercedes is doing well, but there was another team in the Mercedes. Abe Wozniak and Dan Thorpe are in 17th and 18th. So it may just be that Andrew and Kevin have put in the time here and it really made the car work for them. We will see. This race will be very revealing, I'm sure.
Yep. So how many laps we got?
Just 6 laps this time. So
6 laps.
about a
tonight.
4-minute lap. We've only got about 25 minutes of racing, a little less than that, really. So we'll see how that goes. I wish I knew how to. Gotta be a way to go through the grid order without. No, I don't want to screw anything up. Well, right, we can look at the track map, I guess, as long as I don't forget and leave it up. But everybody knows Le Mans. We do have the chicanes, as John mentioned, breaking up that long straight at the back. So they do have those 2 braking zones and those 2 tight left-hander, then a right-hander there to mix it up a little bit. You know, but other than that, pretty typical stuff. Not a whole lot of complexity here at Le Mans. Just a long length and a lot of straight, a lot of speed. And then of course we get to that sector 3 where we have the Porsche curves, and those cars with a lot of handling can gain a little bit of time there. So it'll be interesting to see where everybody goes with the setup, whether they do as little downforce as they can, like you mentioned, or maybe they try to, maybe if they're having car trouble, they're trying to keep it on the road, and we'll hope to gain time in the curvy parts. We will see. Hopping back to the game so I don't forget. Well, we can do the we can go and do the grid order. Why not? You want to just go in 10s here?
Sure.
All right. They've broken it again. You remember you used to not be able to see 10th? I can't see 10th anymore.
Yep. I can't either.
Yep. Well, that's back. Well, in the front, we've got Andrew Adamson and Kevin Kirkbride. And then right behind Kevin, we got Salem Montgomery Jr. because 2 Salems left is the spot where Peter Szabo would be if he was here. So hopefully he hops back in and takes that spot. Salem in the Ford. Matt Taylor in 5th and in the Nissan. Zach Hefner, I guess is maybe not his teammate, not sure. Zach Hefner in 5th. So good show for the Nissans. Jesse also know that Zach and Jesse are teammates. Chris Moses is in 7th in his Bentley. John Ludden in 8th in the for the other Porsche team. JT Laro right behind his teammate in the other Bentley. In 10th there, I guess that will be. And then I can't really see 11th, but that is.
It looks like David Maros in the Porsche.
Yeah, I see. Sorry, I guess
12th.
I'm not missing anybody. It's just that Peter Szabo is accounted for. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yep. Al in 12th in the Viper. Ian subbing for Poole in the Aston in 13th. 14th is Cuppet in the GTR. And 15th is Al's teammate Aaron in the Viper. 16th Ford GT of Mark DeGraw. 17th is Abe Wozniak in the Mercedes. And 18th is Dan Thorpe in the Mercedes. 19th is Brad Mears in the Lamborghini. And 20th is the Aston Martin of Andrew Werner.
Yep. 21st is Sean Ricker in another Ford. 22nd, Copus in another Ford. 23rd is Bjorn Heyman in Porsche. 24th is David Zahn in Lamborghini. Those are pretty far back. 25th, John McIntyre in another Lamborghini. 26th is Iggy in an Aston Martin. 27th is Trevor. Is it Snowden or Snowden? I don't remember. He told me how to pronounce it, and I've forgotten. Sorry, Trevor. He's in another Lamborghini. And then Omar Gomez in 28th is in Aston there. Sergio Calderon in 29th is in the Vet, which must not be very popular this season. And then in the back, you got us. So that is it. 29 cars here, assuming that Peter Szabo has returned. There he is in the Gulf Oil Porsche. So that's one of my favorite looking cars, I think, in this lineup.
Yeah, beautiful.
I think are you listening, Peter? You can't do that. That's not allowed. He just flashed his lights. Okay, so yeah, we're counting down here. Getting ready to start. I wonder how good I can see the whole field. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Try and keep an eye on what's happening back there. The lights are up. Our cars are gone. Here we go. Oh, slow start for Salem. He's getting passed, I think, by, who is that? Not sure. Back to the front here. We got a three wide in the front. Oh, bump.
Oh, they're bumping.
Gosh.
The Porsche comes out ahead.
There he does.
Szabo's ahead.
Unfortunately, I do not see Peter Szabo in my list here. So that's interesting. I do, but I don't see his position. So he's in first. No, he's not registering in first on here. So we will just take that for granted.
Yep, I've got him in first.
See if I can tweak this guy. I don't know. All right. Szabo in first, followed by Kirkbride and Adamson, followed by Taylor, David Maros, Jesse Olson. Salem Montgomery Jr. is falling back a little ways, and he's outside of the line, although somebody just slotted in behind him. Coming into the braking zone here. Watching this battle in front.
Wow, Andrew Werner got a heck of a start. I don't think he had a great starting position, but he's up to 5th in the last one.
Huh. I wonder why the new broadcast app is not showing anybody's position correctly. It's kind of, we will have to kind of wing it here. Side-by-side battle. Matt Taylor and Zach Hefner, looks like.
Ford is off.
Is that Junior? battle for, let's see, what position is this? 4th or 5th. This really seems to be slowing these guys down. Or losing the guys in front. Speaking of the guys in front, Kirkbride is right up on Peter Szabo's tail. And remember, Kirkbride was really fast through this section in qualifying. Let's see. Might be right up on Peter's rear end after these chicanes. No, about the same pace through there. Saw a, I think that was a Mercedes off, I'm not sure. JT Laro is here at the back of quite a pack. What position is John Ludden in?
Well, I'm having troubles with my broadcast bar.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think it'll need a little bit of tweaking. That's okay. We'll work it out. They're all racing. That's what position they're in, racing.
I'm showing Ludden in 18th, but I don't think that's right.
Oh my goodness, what is happening here?
It's a good battle, though.
Yeah, quite a battle here through the middle of the pack.
Focus
to Moses and try to catch glimpses of the guys in front of him and the guys behind him. Montgomery Jr. trying to get by the inside of David Maros here. See what he can do. Looks like he got by that time. Oh, and Maros gets bumped a little bit. Bad news from Chris Moses there. Or not Chris Moses, excuse me. Who was that? It was Jesse Olsen, I think. Nearly wrecked himself. Getting into the back of, I really don't know who that was. Might not have been him. I think it was though. Hopping on board with Jolicoeur. Got a good view of the battle here with Jesse Olsen and John Ludden. He's going to try to pick the winner. What a battle here in the middle. Jolicoeur on the outside of Chris Moses. A little bit of contact there. Oh, and he spins. Wow. Looks like John Ludden's making a run on Jesse Olsen, who's got a little bit of rear damage. Goodness. Everybody's running their pace now, spreading out a little bit more. Kirkbride's still behind Szabo. Szabo, I still don't have on my lineup for some reason. Sergio's out. That's well. Adamson a little ways out of him. I think Taylor having to defend from the rear against Zach Hefner behind him is really, well, just slowing him down a little bit. Let's see his lap times. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the leader is. Is it Kirkbride?
No, it's not Kirkbride. It's Szabo. It's Szabo.
Okay.
Who, according to my stuff, is 2.1 laps down, but on the from his perspective, he's way ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully that's a bug just with the broadcast app and not with the Cerro Corsa, because he would not be happy if that were the case. We got Matt Taylor, who's now behind Zach Hefner, but I bet he's going to try and take that spot back after this straight. Pulls up alongside. Hefner going to try on the outside of Matt Taylor. I think he gets by. Another short straight. Matt tries to get him in this braking zone. I bet he will. He's going a little quicker. Thinks better of it. Slowing up just a little bit. You have enough space between him and Zach Hefner to do a lot better around the corner and then get a run off of it. So we'll see if it works out for him. Maybe not. Maybe Zach Hefner was just faster. I'm not sure. Okay, am I missing anything? Let's see. 10, 12, 13, 17, 19. We got a battle towards the back between Omar Gomez and Al Merriman. Not sure what Omar's driving. Let me check. Okay, that's not how I check. He's driving the Aston. Looks like Al's taking some damage, so. Oh, I want to miss this up front. Hop on here with Dan Thorpe, who appears to be gaining on Ian Jolicoeur. Oh, and it just cut the crap out of that corner. Come on, Dan. You can't do that on the broadcast. Oh, goodness. Still keeping an eye on this Kirkbride Adamson. We're going to hop on with Kevin Kirkbride because they just entered the straight here. guys, of course, already have, I think it's 1 and 2, right? They keep their position from qualifying, so they already have the top spots. And I'm just going for, are there a few points available in this race? I think there are. But Peter Szabo is just way ahead. It's kind of incredible that he's run away with it. Turning 3:56.8. That's really 3:56.4. Excuse me. That's so fast. We're missing here. Got John Ludd looking on the right side of Jesse Olsen, about to be the inside of this coming corner. Oh, it's going straight. See who wins out of the braking zone. Looks like it's going to be John Ludden on the inside, although he's got a little bobble as he gets on that curb. I don't see anything interesting, John. Nope, looks like Heyman and Brad Mares are in a little battle, and maybe Brad's just having trouble. I'm not sure. Hope not. Yeah, he's got some damage, unfortunately. Taylor right on Hefner again. Same spot of the track, too.
Yeah, I'm scanning around, but I'm not seeing too much.
There's a lot of big gaps. Jolcor and Jesse Olsen get close to each other every once in a while. Like Ludden is about to go after David Maros again soon, maybe. Stay on board with Jolcor for a second here, because he is right up on Jesse Olsen's tail. There was the same thing he said of Parsons and David Zahn down there. Wow. Little counter steer there for me in just a little bit. Sounds like he's close enough to get a little bit of draft. But he's not as close as he would like to be, I'm sure. Seconds back, we'll see how Parsons and David Zahn come out of that corner and over the straight here. Parsons is a little bit closer.
But we're definitely on the last lap.
We are on the second to last lap here, according to my numbers.
Oh boy! Saw somebody crash.
Oh, I got Ludden Morrow. Yep, Ludden Morrow side by side. Like Ludden's got that one, both in the Porsches there. Oh, and
yeah, one of my Nissan locked it up at the end of the straight.
I just missed Sean Ricker on the outside of Dan Thorpe. If Dan can respond here. Sorry, that's Jesse Olsen. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thorpe's ahead. Jonathan Cuppett on the inside of Al. Oh, that's not Al. That's David Zahn. Oh, wow. Just got some lag. Cuppett seems to be having some connection issues. So we'll run down the order as they start the last lap. Peter Szabo is still in front, even though he's not up in front here. He really is in front, I promise. You can look and see. And then followed by Andrew Adamson, then Kevin Kirkbride. Those guys right in lockstep, teammates. So expecting good things from them this season, but we'll see if they decide that Mercedes is a little quick. Zach Hefner in the Nissan. I mean, I guess not, because Szabo's in the Porsche running away from him. Sorry, Hefner in third in the Nissan, fourth in the Nissan. Taylor in fifth in the Nissan. Sale Montgomery Jr. had some issues at the start, but like I said, it's still pretty quick around here. His fastest lap was in 3:56s, so he's still in sixth. John Ludden is actually not too far behind him, but he's probably not going to get that spot this lap. Behind John Ludden in eighth is David Maros. Chris Moses has moved up to ninth behind him. JT Laro right behind his teammate. Ian Jolicoeur there in 11th, just outside of the top 10. Dan Thorpe in 12th. Jesse Olsen 13th. Andrew Werner 14th. And Sean Ricker is 15th. And Aaron Parsons rounds out the points in 16th. He's got a lot of damage, at least aero and bodywork damage, so that is unusual. Behind him is his teammate Al. Behind Al, good ways behind Al is Kobus. He's got about a 10-second gap there. So that's an 18th. Jonathan Cuppett is in 19th. Iggy's in 20th. John McIntyre's in 21st. Mark DeGraw is in 22nd. David Zahn 23rd. Bjorn Hammond 24th. Trevor Snowden 25th. Or Snowden, whatever it is, sorry. 26th is Brad Maris, and 27th is Abe Wozniak. Omar Gomez looks like he is retired and is watching the race, and then Sergio is our only other retirement. So looks like, I probably shouldn't say it yet, but it looks like we're going to have a good number of finishers, which is good. Means good things for this upcoming season. Watching Andrew Werner now behind Sean Ricker. Andrew Werner's got some damage, but I'm not sure what's going on with him. But he can still gain this position if he's able to push. He's got a little bit of suspension damage actually, so maybe that's a little unlikely. It's kind of hard to drive these cars once they get damaged that way. Hopping on with Peter Szabo as he finishes the race here, going around Porsche curves. He has got, gosh, several seconds. Excuse me, on Andrew Adamson in second, but Andrew Adamson did get by Kirkbride. Missed that, unfortunately. Szabo. I'm watching cross the line here. Great race from Peter Szabo, and now I'm about to lose my ability to show you anything. That's not true. Okay, so Andrew Adamson finished second, Kevin Kirkbride finished third, Zach Hefner fourth. Now keep in mind, this will be the qualifying order for next week's race, which is a 2-hour race right here at Le Mans, so tune in next week. So Peter will be starting third. Andrew and Kevin will be starting first and second according to their original qualifying order. That puts Zach Hefner then in fourth as he's got Matt Taylor in fifth, Salem Montgomery Jr. in sixth. John Loden looks like he has finished seventh. David Maros has finished eighth. Chris Moses has finished ninth. JT Laro has finished 10th. Ian Jolicoeur 11th. Dan Thorpe in 12th. Jesse Olson in 13th. Sean Ricker in 14th, as you see everybody driving off here. Andrew Werner in 15th. Aaron Parsons finished in 16th place. Oops. Al finished in 17th. Yep. Cope is 18th. Cup at 19th. David Zahn 20th. I think I'm off on the numbers, but that's okay. Iggy is after that. Then John McIntyre, Mark DeGraw, Bjorn Heyman, Trevor Snowden, Brad Marys, and Abe Wozniak rounds out our finishers. So, or should round our finishers here. He's not actually done yet. I'm on board with him. All right, remember, folks, as we wrap up this race, all the upkeep costs of the North American Grand Prix League are paid for by donations. So, if you enjoy watching the race and you want to you want us to keep doing what you're doing, feel free to head over to NorthAmericanGrandPrix.com and hit that donate button and give us a couple bucks. We really appreciate it, and we really enjoy it. So. That just about rounds it out. We got everybody leaving. Yeah, so, well, it was Le Mans, and it felt like Le Mans. There wasn't a tremendous amount of crazy racing. It was a lot of draft and pass. Fun to watch, but really interesting will be see who comes out of the 2-hour race. With Peter Szabo dominating in pace the way he was, I'd say he's got pretty good chances. He's just got to survive that start from third place. So we'll see where that goes. John, you still with us? I think that's a no. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week at 9 sharp for the 2-hour race. Oh, okay. We're getting Peter up here. That's right. Hey, Peter.
Oh. Hey, what's up, guys?
Great race, bud. That was impressive. How'd you get away at the start there and keep it ahead? I mean, you were several seconds ahead there at the end.
I guess I just ran a consistent race.
Yeah. Well.
I wasn't making too many mistakes.
Yeah.
But I just had a run on them right off the start, and that's how I got lucky.
Yeah, we saw you go 3 wide. Looked a little scary. It was a little bump, and maybe it was behind you, but wow, it's a good race. It's a little short. We need a longer one, but I'll get my fill next week for sure.
That's it. All right, man. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. John, are you here? Are you muted, buddy? Because we cannot hear you if you're talking to us.
Yeah.
Okay, I think John's just not here. But
all right, no problem.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me. Yeah, nice to talk to you, Peter. Good race. Good luck next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next.
Yep.
See you next week.
Yeah. Well, that just about wraps it up, folks. We will see you next week at 9. I think there's 9. There's a 5 or 10 minute waiting period, and then we start the feature race, 2 hours long, at Le Mans. So join us next week, and we will see you then.